Okay, so now I want to talk about once you've made contact, once you've established some type of relationship. Let's say you get that first sit-down meeting. So you come to Nashville, and so we're going to talk about sit-down meetings first. So let's say it's with a label, since you're doing it yourself. You're not going with the publisher or with the manager or with you're pitching to the artist.
Okay.
In essence. So let's talk about the etiquette of doing that. You walk in. What do? Like for me, I always make sure I'm really nice to the receptionist because typically she's going to determine if you're going to get another meeting or not. Many times, or if she'll take the call, the follow-up call or whatever.
The receptionist is absolutely probably the least thought about person.
But the gatekeeper.
and yes, you find out her name, and be very cordial to them. If they're busy answering calls, don't stand there and talk to them.
Right.
But be very friendly to them when you do introduce yourself. If they're not taking calls, you can chat a little bit with them. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, when your call comes in, that's the person who answers it, and you don't want them pissed off.
No.
And they also have the power to walk in the back room and buzz that A&R person and say, man, this person out here that says they've got an appointment with you is a real jackass.
Yeah.
And that A&R person can just tell them to drop off their CD, leave their songs. I've gotten tied up in a meeting.
Exactly. So for me, I've always,
Receptionist.
But at the same time, don't be overly nice and overly chatty.
No.
Because I've been that receptionist before. Well, not the receptionist, but I've been that first point of contact at companies before. And sometimes when people try too hard, it comes off a little creepy. It's like,
does.
Please don't comment on my perfume and how beautiful I am, because I am. But because that can be creepy, especially if it's a female receptionist and you're a guy coming in. It's just. Just be cool and be nice.
Be nice.
And do learn their names. That's always, a big thing for me. And,
And be professional.
Yes.
If the receptionist says, yes, they're in a meeting right now or whatever, but have a seat, they'll be with you. Don't go over there and sit down and start picking your nose.
Or take your guitar out and start playing songs. Because I have seen that happen.
Exactly.
Not cool.
Exactly. And unless that A&R person knows that you're bringing a guitar, don't bring it.
Agreed. But play stuff that is recorded. Unless the only time that I see that actually works is if you're an artist.
If you're a potential artist.
For instance, Mike Kelly, he sings a lot of demos here. I've been on a couple meetings with him because we're friends. And as an artist, Mike there's a magic when he plays guitar.
Exactly.
And it's just him and his acoustic. But he's playing as an artist.
Exactly.
He's not pitching songs that way. When he pitches songs, they're demoed songs, they're recordings. So, and I know this sounds weird that we're breaking it down to the receptionist, but really, I think every step along the way, there's a procedure, there's a way that it should be done, and most of it is pretty common sense. But I know you've probably seen it too as a post. I've seen some crazy stuff go down
of
when
course.
People get there.
And a lot of that I think has to do with a new writer being nervous.
Right.
And if you're not sure what to say, don't say anything.
Right.
Just tell the person your name. I'm here to see so-and-so. I'm supposed to have an 11 o'clock meeting with them. And let it go from there. Don't try to say anything clever. Don't try to say anything cute. Because if you're nervous about it, you very well
and you never
may
know
say the
somebody
wrong thing.
else's sense of humor may be different than yours or whatever. And even as far as like how you dress for the meeting, please do not wear a suit and tie to a Music Row meeting as a writer. This is a music business. Probably 9 times out of 10, the person you're going to meet with is going to be in jeans and a t-shirt.
Right.
The writers that you see coming out, that's what they're going to wear. It's a casual business. Don't dress to the nines, unless you're an artist. You know, if you're a female artist, you might want to, you know, have your whole Faith Hill look going on, you know, because you're representing something else. But as a writer, I don't think that's necessary, and it kind of looks like they're trying too hard.
No, exactly, and you know, don't come in the country button down, button up shirt that you got at Walmart that you think is perfect for meeting with an A&R person.
Right. If you don't wear cowboy boots, don't wear them just for the meeting because you're on Music Row.
No.
Now, if you dress that way, if you're a Texan boy and you wear, you know, you work on a farm and you wear cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, then by all means be yourself. But don't try to dress apart or be Music Row because it comes off as green and there's just like radar people have on the road. And you can just, I mean, I could go into Dan McGinnis tomorrow or tonight and point out people that just got to town.
Yeah.
There's a greenie, there's a greenie, there's a greenie.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, it's just, we're doing this because we don't want you to be the joke at a Music Row office.
Exactly.
Because that's just the worst thing. It's self-defeating.
Oh, yeah.
So you met the receptionist, you got a cup of coffee, you're going into the meeting. What's going to happen? What can they expect?
Well, if it's with an A&R person, the chances are you're one in about 8 to 10 appointments that they have that afternoon. A lot of the A&R people, they get to work at 8:30 in the morning, and they may spend that first half an hour listening, reviewing things that they've taken over the past couple of days, and just deciding, hey, is this really strong enough to go in the pile for Alan Jackson? Is this really strong enough to send to somebody else for Carrie Underwood? So they normally use that first half an hour to 45 minutes to review. There's normally some kind of an A&R meeting after that can last anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour and a half or 2 hours. So they normally don't start scheduling appointments until after lunch. And most of the A&R people will schedule 2 or 3 hour blocks with 15 or 20 minute appointments.
Right.
Which means these people come in, they have time to say hi, they play their couple of songs, and the meeting is over.
So it's a quick thing.
It's
You're
very
going
quick.
in there, you know, when I first had my very first label meeting, I was really shocked at how quick it went. Actually, I kind of, once I got back in the parking lot, I was kind of like, what just happened?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I was really excited. I was a nervous writer. I don't know, and it just went so quick. It was play, no. Thanks very much. It was nice to meet you. Can I send you some more stuff? Okay, cool, thanks. You know, it was really quick. But there, for me, there was a couple things that I did now when I look back, you know, 8 years ago. I go, oh man,
right.
You know,
that you wouldn't do now.
For instance, my very first A&R meeting as a writer, I did this at a publishing meeting too. Is I had this folder, it was like a press kit as a writer, where I had a headshot, I had a bio about me in it, who I was, what I've done, blah, 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 what cuts I've had, etc. I had lyric sheets, and I had every song on a separate CD in case they wanted just one of the songs. And that A&R person was just like when I handed it to her, she was kind of like, I don't even know what this is, you know?
Right.
And it wasn't until the publishing meeting that I did the same thing that someone was gracious enough. It was actually Cliff Aldridge. It said,
yeah.
Jimmy, if you're not an artist, I don't care about any of this crap. Just play me songs.
Right.
So make sure that you're not bringing in a package. That you're not. They don't care about your bio,
No.
and I'm sure
No.
they don't care about that. They don't care about what you've had done. Now, if you've had some cuts, like I had when I first came here, it was good for them to know, but that's something that I could bring up in conversation.